Okay, I was just speaking on a dream. We'll break this up in sections and stuff. So this is part two. So I'm related to dream, and so I want to relate kind of like how the reality type deal has occurred. I've known quite a few people, and I'm not one to really name drop because I don't really want to get or have it people acknowledge me just because of who I know. That I don't want any special favors or anything. And I guess me expecting a certain level of respect sometimes just because I'm a human being. And when I don't get that respect, me basically kind of distancing myself sometimes, that can be seen by some as a problem, or I guess I don't understand why. I think that respect the person is a horrible thing, that you should not respect a person just due to who they know or their wealth or their status. That just is something that I don't agree with. So I don't really name drop. I have people that I deal with, and it's like I just expect a certain level of respect, I guess. So my issue comes in sometimes where I deal with people or I have to deal with people, and the way they treat me is like, okay, you're insignificant. And it's like you see them operating and dealing with other people, so you know that they know what proper etiquette or how to deal with people is, but it just seems that when they deal with you, they lose um I guess the bearings when it comes to doing or dealing with people in a proper way. you know they talk to you as if they're talking down to you, or they relate to you almost as if you're, again, insignificant. Now, me myself, I'm not ever trying to puff myself up and make myself be better than anyone, but I definitely don't accept being treated less, where someone can act as if they can walk over me, or they can just talk over me and do whatever. That is not something that I deem as acceptable. I'd rather not even be in that atmosphere. So I exit left. And so a lot of times I find myself solo. Not that I desire to be solo, but I would rather be solo than to be disrespected. I a lot of times I don't go to family situations, because my family still wants to treat me like the little child that I used to be. See, I was the runt, and now I happen to be one of the biggest. So I'm like, okay, I'm an adult now. I'm actually 51 years old, but a lot of times I deal with people that are older than with me, and they still treat me like the 7-year old, the 12-year old, the 15-year old me. I'm 51. And so, you know, just dealing with disrespect and stuff like that is just not something that I see as a reality. When, someone could talk to you and call you out of your name, or, yell at you, or, bark orders at you. See, now that I'm a father and husband, I have my own children, I have my own home. It's like, okay, how do you think that you can talk to me like that, and it's okay? And why would I even entertain or go around that? Why would I allow my wife and my children to see me being treated with disrespect when I command respect at home? I don't bark out orders, I don't do like I was being done, but I just, give respect and expect it. And so now I have to go to an atmosphere where they're basically going to take that away. That does not make any sense. Why would I uncover myself like that? And so, I've heard over and over, people in my family would use the I guess psychology on me and try to say that, okay, you're still living through your childhood hurts. That may have some validity to it. It may, but I don't. That doesn't mean that I'm playing victim. I was victimized. So do I have to return to that or sit in that seat again? I don't think I should have to. I think as a man, I've garnered a level of respect and I have no problem giving it. But I'm like, okay, I'm not going to sit in the atmosphere where someone's going to constantly talk down to me, and do that regardless to if my wife, my children are around, they don't care. Why would I submit myself to that abuse? It just makes no sense to me. Maybe maybe again, I'm wounded and dealing with unforgiveness, as some have said. I don't think that I am. But of course, someone else on the outside may have a better projection or see it because I'm one that speaks about a lot of things with transparency. I have no problem with listening to someone give critique, especially constructive criticism. If all they have is negative to say, sometimes I even listen to that, but it doesn't mean that I have to agree with it. And so, if as long as it's done in a respectful manner, I listen to it. If a person wants to start insulting me and calling me out of my name, calling me goofy, stupid, all different types of things like that, I exit the situation. I could go tit for tat and stuff like that. I'm good at slinging dirt, being petty, but most of the time I try to not do that because, again, I'm a physical guy as far as my physique. I'm a big guy. And a lot of times people get comfortable when they get into that disrespect mode and they forget that you are a big guy. I'm on the internet right now. This is a video. I have a many of people that get very brave with me on Facebook and everything else. Talk a lot of trash, but then, I'm not seeking them out, but we so happen to run into each other at an event. Their whole demeanor, their whole character changes. I come with the same energy, never looking to have a physical altercation, but I will confront some things. It's amazing how, you know, I can feel their energy like, okay, they were willing and ready to strike me. Not that I think that's a good idea for them to do that, but they're very defensive, more so than they have accused me of being. They're actually more sensitive than they accuse me of being. I acknowledge I am very sensitive. I have no problem with that. I don't see it as a weakness. I see it as actually as a strength. Me being sensitive is, I'm able to make aware of a situation to a person like, hey, this is what's going down. Share that and keep it moving. Again, with that, a lot of times people relate that and say, okay, you're playing the victim. What you did actually happened. And if we look at it over and over, I'm pretty sure there are other people that you've done the same thing to, yet maybe they're not going to speak on it. I found a lot of men will not speak on things. They don't, a lot of times, let people know that people have hurt them because that's viewed as weakness. To me, I don't see it as a weakness to acknowledge that somebody hurt you. How do you heal from something if you don't acknowledge that it happened? See, I feel like there's a lot of people out there that act or say they're healed, but that's because they never ever acknowledge that certain things happen to them. Yeah, they might keep it moving, but you can't tell me personally, someone who's able to observe people, that it has not changed them. To me, a lot of times I see those people and they have a lot of fake relationships. They go along to get along, where you can tell that they're not really tapped into the people that they act like they're tapped into. I don't want that. I don't really desire to be around people that's going to fake it or act as if they like me when they really don't. Don't smile in my face when all the while you want to take my place. You're a backstabber. That ain't my original lyrics, of course. Them the OJs, but that's how some people will do. They'll smile in your face and know good and well that they're trying, to tear you down. If they can find an opening, they're going to tear you down to the people that you're around, and they're going to take from you. Some people, they can, do some things that just makes your life miserable.